The images of homeless encampments being removed from city parks last year were shocking, to the point that it sparked debate over how better to handle the issue without things erupting into violence. Now, internal documents being shared with CityNews show that a detailed military-style operation was being planned to remove people from this space for months.
They were dead set on doing this no matter who said they shouldn't, no matter what alternative plans could have been had.
The encampment clearing at Trinity Bellwoods Park in June 2021 was the result of a more than 100-page operational plan involving multiple divisions at City Hall. In the plan, the profiles of 24 people living there, detailed maps with specific zones set out, and lists of responsibilities for the hundreds of city staff involved.
They had the entire machinery, every department, every senior official was involved in some way, shape, or form.
Freedom of information documents obtained by activists show that the city began discussing ways to clear 4 major encampments early in 2021. Attempts to form a discussion table involving residents, homeless advocates, and city officials with the help from a mediator failed. The mayor's office got involved, looking for details on what was being planned to deal with the encampments. It was soon after that officials began formalizing what was called the Encampment Project, which they say included efforts to offer people temporary housing. Why did it reach that point where more needed to be done from the perspective of the city?
Because we wanted to have a process, a process that we could turn to encourage people to come inside, versus the one-offs and going out there and talking to people.
I was staying just over here.
Those living outside in that space at the time say the discussions weren't as involved as the city claims they were, and the offers to help weren't as frequent as was documented.
Doing the relationship building and the trust building that's required takes more than, oh, we're going to show up once a week.
They always do the same conversation, just like, how are you morning? Are you good? Some kind like this.
Throughout the process, outreach workers provided city staff with the number of encampment residents and structures in the area. Some notes offering insights on personalities and tendencies. One person labeled most likely to escalate. As part of the day of operation, just as it was planned, large fences were put up around the camps in the early morning hours. Teams moved in to tell residents they needed to pack up and leave. The crowds grew throughout the day and clashes with police took place. Hundreds of people being involved in this operation to deal with dozens of people that were staying in this park. That seems a bit excessive.
So there's dozens of people who may be experiencing homelessness, but there were far more of their supporters and advocates.
We were told very early on, once the fences went up, if you leave the fence, you're not coming back in.
No negotiate step to allow us to do anything. Just destroy and evict invasion.
It was just 1 month later that a second attempt to clear a homeless encampment at Lamport Stadium took place, erupting into even more violence. Last fall, Toronto's Ombudsman office said they would be investigating the matter, although that investigation will not involve the conduct of Toronto police. Mark McAllister, City News.